Good morning. It is Monday morning, March 29th, the 35th day of the season of Lent, and I definitely have to have my coffee this morning. One, because it's Monday morning, and two, got something really big to show you today. All right, well, our test comes to us from Matthew chapter 16. I'm going to start reading at verse 1. It says, the Pharisees and Sadducees came up, and testing Jesus, they asked him to show them a sign from heaven. But he replied to them, when it is evening, you say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, there will be a storm today, for the sky is red and threatening. Do you know how to discern the appearance of the sky, but cannot discern the signs of the times? An evil and adulterous generation seeks after a sign, and a sign will not be given it, except the sign of Jonah. And he left them, and he went away. Now, this test is unique in a lot of different ways. First of all, both the Pharisees and the Sadducees came to Jesus. Now, these two are ideologically opposed. The Pharisees, they believe in the resurrection. They believe that's at the end, but they believe in the resurrection. The Sadducees, they do not believe in the resurrection. And so these two are normally opposed to each other, and yet they both have come together to test Jesus. And they're asking for a sign, get this, a sign from heaven. They want to see something from heaven come down. That's going to be important. Now, what has already taken place? Just right before this happened, Jesus was healing huge crowds. He was healing them, people who were lame and blind and whatever other kind of sickness they had. We hear that verse 30 of chapter 15 says, and large crowds came to him, bringing with those who were lame, crippled, blind, mute, and many others, and they laid them down at his feet, and he healed them. So they're seeing Jesus do all those signs. And the next thing that happens, he feeds 4,000 people with just a very limited amount of food. He feeds all these people, heals all these people, and the Pharisees and the Sadducees, normally opposed, now come together and say, we want to see something bigger. Show us something bigger, something from heaven coming down. All right. Well, let me share something with you today. Did you know that Nike has a brand new shoe coming out today? Now, Nike won't take credit for it. In fact, Nike says they don't endorse it, but it is Satan's shoe. There's only 666 of them that are made. They go on sale today, and each one of those shoes will have a drop of human blood mixed with the ink, get this, in the sole of the shoe. Now, I know the sole is spelt differently than what we understand our soul, S-O-U-L, as opposed to S-O-L-E. But I think that you get the connection there. The drop of blood mixed with the ink will be in the sole of each of those shoes. It goes on sale today for $1,018 a pair. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, that is a lot of money on a pair of shoes. What we really should be thinking is, our world is wicked. That is complete and total wickedness. But you want to hear what's really interesting? That pair of shoes actually has a Bible verse on it. The Bible verse that they have on that is Luke chapter 10, verse 18. In Luke chapter 10, Jesus sends out his disciples and he gives them authority to cast out demons. Verse 17, they come back to Jesus and they say, The 70 returned with joy, saying, Lord, even the demons are subject to us in your name. Verse 18, the verse of scripture that is actually quoted on these pair of shoes says, and he said to them, I was watching Satan fall from heaven like lightning. Did y'all get it? A sign from heaven to earth. Verse 19, Luke keeps going and says, Behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing will injure you. Nevertheless, do not rejoice in this, that the spirits are subject to you, but rejoice that your names are recorded in heaven. I want you to take a time to reflect. There are signs going on all around our world. Some really cool signs. I showed y'all the sign of the Dead Sea Scroll fragments that were found just a few weeks ago. First time in over 60 years. The book of Zechariah, along with the world's oldest basket, that's a sign. There are all kinds of signs that are going on, but there's also signs of wickedness and evil that are going on in our world. And we need to wake up and we need to pay attention to the signs of our times and not be distracted with the worries of this world. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're almost there. We're almost there. I pray that y'all have a blessed and amazing day.